amalgam. The second moon will be coming soon. Everyone ready? Second moon? It's been a while, hasn't it? The tree. Libailefell. Ori Wrexham. Ori Wrexham. Ori Wrexham. Libailefell tree. Inside you are the tree surround the last remain of its kind. As you know, river toxic Wrexham biologic poisons to humans since 15th weta reception. Prior it was this: trees play a large role in human developed weta cult, and despise toxicity seisnegs, it still play fat part in the flavour Wrecksome Flottlesam larger Wrexham water refreshment, and it increased the product range and taste the product range and taste the product range and taste the product range. And now how do its extracts from its milky yolk of soil lax? Well, that's all part of the secret forms, but it can tell to you that fertile remainder vegetal fauna and flora planted early Euro Civil War. More on weta fillets further, but now for its gnarly trees such as this behind, original use for the first of vessery, known as its boat, which eventually evolved into bots we see now accustomed in the wars of late. Its primitive bots, called dugouts, as hollowed from burnt up trees before trees were casinogen, often used the fire of control before its metal tools of digging invention. It's thought its primitive bot dugout design, which large unimproved for years of 8,000 around, until the weta became unlivable and more recent sterile bot technol took over. It should note, on walking this site, it's thought to once house large house of learning, presumably named Libailefell, large house of cultural learning name Ori Wrexham, and large interpersonal recreation vast named Park. Here, the records show ancient website rules of Park, and may it be it's non-imagined nowadays, but Park was free for all in entry. Park was for use whatsoever way it wished. Park, you could even breathe without cash charges and social up against real humans in actual flesh-to-flesh time. Remain of animal domestics it found here. This site, remains of animal domestics. It remained a point of history where human and animal lived together in contemporaneum harmonium. As you live this relative peace air, it will pass further remain of simple struct known as band stand at Park Top, bandand abandoned at stop of the reigns of King Charles IV. Please follow it this way. The animal remains, and also here. And also ancient head, 1970s. iJazz. iJazz. Aside permission to verbalise. Permission to verbalise granted. Legs unlocked. Brief aside on the arches that once began. The arches began in one form or another, and the arches ended in yellow. Our Waterstones, apologies for the alarms. Frequent problem these days. It have learnt it through the Internet Archive project of 2066 that teaches that this site was colloquially formerly known as Waterstones. Some of you, all you check yourselves look so better wells. Some of you, like it, might foment such online commercials as Amazon before the effect of idiom restriction laws. Amazon ruled primary for shares of visual idiom projects composed of now extinct wettery black ink and also the tree as it just displayed you. Such visual permission. Moving closer. Reports, yes, absolutely, reports going on, and should definitely moving close for own personal safety. So shared here at site known as Waterstones, so called for its wetter failed through large pebbles known local as Petra. So the sun begins to descent as midday reach beyond high. The sharp-eyed ewes might spot the bubble rotten of fermation fountains in the middle of Waterstones. Wetter traverse here, our Waterworld, slowed through route of fermenting gum tree underneath Drayson, Bainage, Tray, below our walkings here, our Waterstones patented Petra filtering system, where its final flavouring added and higher grade algal blooms crystal add floral notes to Wrecksome Flottlesam wetter taste aftered. On the other side of Statiom, Tower will see, during further fossil digs found to formally trace a connect from Waterstones to building yon there, primitive Beverley where beer is bevelled, powdered by old Petra black substance named Coyle. Aside granted, Petra and Coyle happen to be my name or the origins thereabouts of Patrick and Coyle. I'm sorry, yeah, it won't happen again. It was off script, yes. Okay, in fact, name in full is Patrick and Coyle. All remain friends, so call it Petra Coley. Again, we see the usual occurrence on the site. It's a routine operation. Always routine. Around this time every second moon. You'll see the second moon has risen now. We're just getting ready for the amber death, as you all know. Ancient Internet Archive project of 2066 finds in old Seisnig Langweg of elaborate system Beverley installed during one of several attempts to tame and distract the savage population with a taste of foaming larger. Primitive larger soon came decommission, follows several uses differentiation. It's building now Wrecksome Flottlesam larger Beverley. Please follow it where next ferment, do stay taser close in case of alarms. Yes, yes, we're clear. Clear. Wrexham larger.